Yo, what's good, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well today. And today I'm going to do a chemistry styles video. A lot of you guys have been asking me how I pick the chemistry styles for my players, but the reason why I didn't want to do that yet is because, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go over everything for you guys. The reason why I haven't done any gameplay, or the reason why I haven't done anything about teams or squad builders or anything like that, and I've mentioned this before in my previous video, so for any new subscribers, I'll go ahead and tell you guys as well. I haven't been playing FIFA very well until last night. Last night really solidified myself. I'm like, okay, now I got the hang of it. Now I'm able to give tips. Now I'm able to show guys what I do. Last night I went from Division 4 to Division 2 without losing with this specific team. I just played very, very well. I started to figure out what was causing me to lose. So I sat back after a couple of nights of playing FIFA. I actually didn't play any games for about 2 days, and or any FIFA games rather, for about 2 days. I just sat back and tried to think about what I'm doing. I couldn't stop people from crossing. Over 50% of my losses have been from people just pacing down the wings and crossing, pacing down the wings and crossing. And I tried to figure out what's the best way to defend this. I thought maybe controlling the center back and defending the actual player that's getting crossed to would work. Doesn't work. Sorry guys, does not work. You know why? Because even if you're in perfect position, even if you have a center back with great heading, it doesn't matter because it'll just go right to their player and they'll knot it in. So it wasn't working out. The easiest way I found to defend crossing is to actually stop the cross with your left back or right back. Just literally tug on the player, pull the player, take the foul instead of the cross. It's the only way I've seen effective so far for me to stop crossing. So I was very, very happy with what happened last night because last year, for those, again, for any new subscriber, last year I got to Division 1 within 2 days of the game releasing. This year I've been struggling quite a bit. I'm not going to lie at all. I've been struggling. Now, in combination with all the disconnect losses, I've had about 20 disconnect losses this year. It was terrible. Between freezing, between disconnecting, between Xbox issues, I had literally 20 of them. So my record ended up being kind of bad as well because I kept getting losses in the middle of the seasons because of disconnects. So instead of being around 85 and 30, I ended up being like 85 and 50, 85 and 40, whatever the record is. So, but I am at a point where I'm very happy with my gameplay, and I should be in Division 1 soon. I haven't lost yet in Division 2. But what I want to do is actually I want to start everything over. I actually want to start back from Division 10 and do a race to Division 1. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's actually difficult getting into Division 1 this year. Last year, it was so easy that I didn't even have time to do a race to Division 1 because I got to it in 2 days. So I kind of regret not doing a race to Division 1 this year, and I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and restart everything and do a race to Division 1 and show a lot of gameplay that way. So that's the plans for the channel. Now, what I do to pick chemistry styles. Goalie, you can literally do anything on your goalie. I put glove because handling is just so huge for me. And by the way, if you're using a City Out team and you're not using Handanovic, you're crazy. The man is a beast. The man is an animal. He himself has kept me in games. Just the way he performs has been nothing short of amazing. Never drops the ball for me. I don't give up many rebounded goals. He's just been awesome. So try him out if you haven't. Now, my two center backs, here's what I do with my center backs. If they already have pace, which over 70 is plenty, or even if it's over like 65 or 66, it's plenty. But if they already have pace and they need some sort of defending or heading stat, I'll put the Sentinel card on them. And the reason why I do that is, for example, right here, Bonucci, his defending is a little bit lower than I want it to be. I like something over the 80s, but it's 77. So I went ahead and put the Sentinel to get plus heading. He's already got 84 heading. That's why I bought him. I really think heading is the most important stat this year on a center back, just because of the amount of crossing that people do. If you guys are going to be going up in divisions, you guys are probably saying, oh man, no one really crosses on me. Wait till you get to like Division 4. It is a headache. People do not do anything but cross. So it was a headache for me. I had to sit back and really realize, what do I need to do to start beating these guys? This is why I'm losing. I'm losing to people crossing. That's the only reason I was losing at that point, and that's the only type of player I was playing. So I got center backs with good heading. Well, actually, Ogbonna is at 79. I don't even think that's enough. That's why I put Sentinel on both of these. So they're kind of the opposite of each other. Bonucci has the heading I want, but not the defending, and Ogbonna has the defending I want, but not the heading. So Sentinel worked perfect. Now, your left back and right back, this is probably the most important position for me on the pitch. And you're probably going to think it's the funniest thing you've heard, but they are the ones who are dictating my play, both offensively and defensively. When I'm trying to stop the cross, I just literally tug on the player with my left back or right back. So Constant or Konko are just literally tugging, pulling the player, and their strength is tremendous. So when picking a left back and right back, you really need to look at strength, you really need to look at their defending, and you really need to look at their, passing and dribbling stats. So the reason why I have Shadow on Constant is because he's got a high attacking work rate, which isn't my favorite. I really don't like my left back or right back to have a high attacking work rate. I prefer medium, but he already has really good pace. 83 pace is plenty, and a lot of people will disagree, but 83 pace is a lot. The reason why I put Shadow on him to give him even more pace is because of that high attacking work rate. I want him to be able to run back if he's out of position and get back into position. So it's the Shadow chemistry style is perfect because you get plus pace, plus defending, which is the two stats I want. His heading is okay. I prefer if it was a little bit higher because of the crossing and sometimes of the mismatch. But so far he's been really good, and I think he's probably one of the best left backs I've used. Again, if you're using a Serie A team, make sure you pick him up. I don't think there's a left back better than him on this game, for the Serie A at least, because I haven't used a lot of the left backs, but for the Serie A, he's been great. So that's why I put Shadow on him. If they have a high attacking work rate, I'll always put Shadow on them. Now, Konko, he does not have a high attacking work rate. He's got medium, and that's completely fine. That's actually the perfect work rate I want. So he already has 86 pace, sorry, and that's more than enough, as I mentioned. And if they don't have a high attacking work rate, no need for extra pace. So all I did is went ahead and upgraded his dribbling and defending. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, why do you need your dribbling on your right back? A lot of the times, guys, my right back and left back are involved in my attack. And with Constant, I don't really pass him the ball much because Montolivo's on that side. But because Pogba's on this side, sometimes Konko pushes up right next to him. And I need that little outlet pass to just give myself a bit of time, especially against high pressure players. So I want to be able to feel confident when I pass back to my right back that he can have at least some sort of dribbling trait on him so I can weave through a defender coming rushing at me. Because a lot of people, again, for those of you guys who aren't in the top divisions yet, a lot of people play with high pressure defending. They will swarm you with defending left and right. So be very, very careful. And you're going to need to be able to learn how to pass quickly and how to dribble well. So that's two things you have to that you need on your right back, at least if they're going to have a medium work rate. So that's why I put the Guardian on him to get that increased dribbling, and the defending is going to be great as well. Because again, remember guys, defending doesn't only increase the quote-unquote defending stat. It's going to increase strength, I believe. It's going to increase standing tackle, slide tackle. All of those stats are going to get increased. So that's why I put defending on him, the Guardian chemistry style on him. Now, moving forward to Daniele De Rossi, same thing. So the same reason why I put it on Konko, same reason why I put it on Daniele De Rossi. A lot of people think 69 pace is too slow. Guys, this year, it's not so much about pace, and people are going to argue saying it is. It's really not. Maybe if you want to have pace in your attack, it's fine, but you don't need 80-plus pace midfielders to be successful. You really need strength and ball control. Those are really two big things for me. So I looked at Daniele De Rossi's stats, and I noticed his shooting is okay. I'm not going to be really shooting with him anyway. His pace doesn't bother me because his strength makes up for it. And then I looked at him like, okay, I can either increase his passing, which would be a good thing, but his dribbling is a little bit low for me. I want to have it above 80 for the same reason as Konko. If I pass to Daniele De Rossi and I'm getting rushed, I want to be able to dribble the ball a little bit. I want to be able to weave through a defender if he comes at me and then pass it right off. So I figured, you know what, let me increase his dribbling, but let me just make his defending insane. And the reason why I want his defending to be great as well is so that he can just boss the midfield for me with interceptions, stand tackles, and good vision when it comes to intercepting, or good positioning rather when it comes to defending. So that really worked well for me there. Haven't had problems with him. His heading's already great, which is awesome. And that the Guardian trait or the Guardian chemistry style has just worked perfect for me in that position. Now, moving on to my left center mid, Montoliva. You guys know I love this player on Ultimate Team. One of my favorite Serie A players. He has to be on every Serie A team for me at least. But I looked at his stats as well. I mean, upgrading defending, that's not really going to do much for me. Upgrading shooting, the thing is, he's already got 90 shot power, and it's great when you just rip a long shot with him, and he's scored a decent amount of goals for me already, so I figured I don't need to increase his shot. Let me just increase his pace a little bit to make him a bit quicker, above 68 pace, and then his passing is already 87, so that's even better now, and then his dribbling just gets increased a little bit above 80, so he's been great for me with the engine chemistry style. Same thing with Pogba. Now, Pogba really has no bad stats. Pogba's one of those players who's just, he's like decent at everything, but he's not insane at something. So he reminds me a little bit of Yaya Toure. Obviously, Yaya Toure is a different class player, but Pogba is a great young talent. I think he's coming up. I think he's got great stats for Ultimate Team, and you can literally put any chemistry style for him, and it will work. I, again, put engine just to get that little bit extra pace, a little bit extra passing, and a little bit extra dribbling. I mean, he's already got decent stats all over the place, but I really wanted to go ahead with engine. That worked out for me. Now, my center attacking mid, my cam, Hernandez. Here is where I struggle to pick a chemistry style. I could have put Hunter, but I realized that I don't really get that many goals with my cams. Most of my goals come from my two strikers. And if you notice that I actually have, I'll talk about my strikers in a bit, but I realized that, okay, you know what? I'm going to put Catalyst. I want my cam to be the creator. He's already got great dribbling, but I want his passing just to be out of this world. I want, so that when I find that killer through ball, I'm going to be able to deliver it to Balotelli or Robinho and just not put it right on the money, and that's what I wanted. I wanted his passing to be great, so I put Catalyst on him to get that little bit of extra pace and that little bit extra passing, and it's worked well for me as well. And Hernandez, by the way, guys, I think is the best cam right now in the Serie A. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, just great ball control. He's worked best for me out of all the ones I've used. I've used Kaká, I've used Hamsik, I've used Diamante, I've used a bunch of them, and Hernandez has been the best one for me. Now, my two strikers, my goodness, I don't know why I didn't use Balotelli from the beginning. I for some reason, when I start making teams, I always try not to waste all of my money on the teams, but it was just a mistake, and that's probably credited to some of my losses as well. But I want to talk about Robinho real quick. A lot of you guys say, get Muriel, he's better than Robinho. I disagree. Robinho has been nothing short but amazing for me. He is so good. That 89 dribbling really does make a difference from 84. I think Muriel has 84, but Robinho is just so amazing on the ball. I love using him. He's one of my favorite strikers as well this year, which is kind of odd because I hated using him last year. I thought he was terrible. He's obviously a weakling, but what are you going to do? I mean, he can just weave through defenders with ease. So after using him, I really want to try out Neymar, because Neymar's got insane stats. He's probably amazing on Ultimate Team. Once I get enough coins, I will pick him up. But Robinho, I went ahead and put Hunter on him, simply because he's already got crazy dribbling. His passing is decent. I just want to get that extra pace and extra shooting. And then Balotelli, you can really put a couple of chemistry styles. I put Hunter again just for that extra pace, extra shooting, because there's not really much I can improve from what I want to improve. So I put Hunter on both my strikers to get both pace and both shooting on him. Heading doesn't really matter for me, guys, because I don't really cross. Believe it or not, most of my games are won through killer through balls that just open up defenses. I hate crossing. I think crossing is the dumbest tactic. Obviously not in real life. You can cross in real life all you want, but on FIFA, I just feel like it's a boring tactic. I get no joy out of spam crossing and then hoping, oh my goodness, please God, please let him get this cross. That's what I used to call it back last year when I used to stream. I said, this guy's he's gonna be a cross and pray. And that's all people are doing in divisions. They're just crossing and praying. They'll be like, please Jesus, please dear God, please go ahead and help me score right now. I'm just gonna cross this ball without even thinking. And I don't do that. I hate that stuff. Forget it. So I don't need heading that much on a striker. That's why I don't put any chemistry style that improves heading. Woo, that was a long video. Anyways, I hope that helped out a bit. I hope I went over everything. I know a lot of you guys probably won't even watch this whole video. This is like 15 minutes long. But If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below. I will be going ahead, as I mentioned in this video, I will be restarting my ultimate team and just doing a race to Division 1. I think I really want to do that. After thinking about it, I think it would be a really good series. I think you guys would enjoy it. Let me know if you guys would enjoy it actually, and I will do it. So, with that said, guys, tomorrow or later today, I'm going to do a trading video with an update to all the consumables. You guys see that the patch was fixed and the prices are going up. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's getting too long. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see daily FIFA content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else you gonna do? Catch you guys tomorrow. Later.